On the banks of the Mississippi River, home to the king of rock and roll and also the Memphis Tigers, where the fans have moved the party from Beale Street and are ready for kickoff. What we have in store today, a clash between a pair of AAC squads. As we'll see, the Army Black Knights taking on the winners of 7 straight, the Memphis Tigers. For EA Sports College Football, Reese Davis with you alongside David Pollack and Jesse Palmer. Time to get this game started. Memphis will kick it off to get us underway. And he takes this from inside the 5. He was looking for some running room, but not much to be found as he stopped at the 18. So the Army Black Knights offense will take the first swing of the game. Here he comes, and obviously defense is always going to be aware of a quarterback, but boy, he finds a way to put defenses on their heels all the time, David.
I mean, what can't he do? He's got the weapons, he's got the confidence, he's got the experience. Jesse, these kind of guys are so hard to defend.
You're right. They better be able to find a way to get pressure on him, because if they don't, this is going to be a long day.
And that play shows you really what this defense is about. It's a difficult one to attack. They're really good. One of the best in the country. They come at you from all angles. So I'm interested to watch. How do you mix up the play calling? How do you keep the defense off balance? Because they are a good one.
And excellent vision to find running room there and make a really good pickup before the defense put a stop to it. It's 1st and 10 from the 31. On the move, it's Tomlinson. Pushes ahead for a couple. They'll mark it at the 33.
And those physical runs take a toll. It might not be a big gain now, but down the road, 3rd, 4th quarter, late in the ball games, they tend to turn into bigger runs.
And maybe they want to try somewhere else because there is nothing doing in the middle of this defense. Now facing a 3rd and long. Looking downfield, it's Bolden. Looking to buy time. Still on his feet at the 45. And he scoots his way to the 1st down and then slides to avoid the hit. The Black Knights are marching down the field. He'll do it himself. Able to pick his way forward for a decent game before the defense gets him down.
This defense really has their hands full, guys. They got to play with great eye discipline because they don't know who's going to be keeping the football in the run game. And that time, you saw the QB. He was able to kind of skirt his way to get some positive yards.
And they'll bring him down, but not before he picks up the 1st down.
Well, I don't know what the quarterback saw in that last play, but he made a pretty quick decision that he was just going to tuck it and run it, and his offensive coordinator is glad he did. How about the speed by the QB on that play?
All the way down to the 25-yard line, they move the sticks. It's 1st down.
Well, this is one of the fastest quarterbacks in college football, and that's why the option's a good idea, because if he can get out in space and he has a chance to get downfield, he is really difficult to tackle, and he's very difficult to catch, as you saw in that last play, getting a 1st down.
And the big fella, usually blocks, but has a nice little run and met by the strong safety. He's called the strong safety for a reason. Those guys are, oversized safeties that are really strong. They're usually strong tacklers. Did a good job getting the big fella to the ground. Just gave up a little too many yards.
This senior quarterback never afraid to run it when he has to pick up a 1st down.
I love the play call there, too, because 2nd and short, defense is thinking you might run it. So you try to catch him off guard with the pass. Nothing there. Even if you throw an incompletion, you're going to have a chance to run it the very next play, but it doesn't matter. This guy's just...
And he sprints to the end zone. Touchdown, Black Knights!
I really like that drive for this offense. Putting last week behind them, putting a drive together, showing some explosiveness. This offense really put last week behind them. The poor performance last week, starting off with a bang here today.
How about this? These guys are going for 2. Moving the running back, forcing the defense to adjust. Trying to get to it. Looking, trying to escape, cannot. The sack thwarts the two-point try. Almost ready to kick it away after scoring the touchdown. On the run from inside his own 5. Didn't find any crease in that kickoff coverage, and he'll be stopped at the 17. So Memphis offense will go to work for the first time today. As we take a look at our impact players for this game, David, what do you look for to make an impact from your leaders?
Your leaders not only have to lead the football team, but they got to step up and make plays on the field, keep everybody calm. These guys typically do a really good job of it.
Yeah, David, and they also generally set the tone for their respective football teams. Regardless of which side of the ball they play on, the teammates look towards them to step up in big games like this.
You want to talk about making it easy for an offensive coordinator. You pick up a bunch of yards on first down, make that second down really, really manageable. That's a great job by the offense.
And this one will be stopped for no gain.
That's a great individual play, and I love cornerbacks that don't just take pride in covering guys. I like guys that like to put their face in the fan and affect the running game. This dude is physical, and he impacts the defense because of that.
And those guys are really hard to find. A lot of corners, they're smaller. They don't want any part of the physical run game. Nice job sticking his face in there, setting the edge, making the tackle.
Defense did a great job. 3rd and short on the opponent's side of the field. They're expecting quick throw. Everybody, they dug their heel on the ground. They're able to break on the ball, force the incompletion.
On 4th down, going to the air. Got the back over the middle. How about that defense rising up and stopping him short on 4th down? The offense starts with a short field. Goes to the option. And they try the middle of this stout defense, and they rise to the challenge. Let's see what they've got on 2nd down. Here comes the option.
I love when you throw the fullback a bone. The dude is so unselfish, blocks the whole game. Give him a bone every now and again.
Well, of course you like the fullbacks because you wish you had been a fullback. Some wanted to make you a fullback, and you were great. Could have been even greater.
Or I could have been a defensive lineman and a 3-time All-American in the first round.
No movement from the field goal unit. The offense is out there to try to keep this drive alive on 4th down. They'll run the option. He breaks a tackle. And he's brought to the ground, but not before he gets enough for the 1st down.
Well, that is a gutsy play call on that 4th down. I think everybody here in the stadium, including myself, was expecting them to try to throw the football, but they ran it and caught the defense off guard.
And the Black Knights come to the line with a fresh set of downs. They'll move the running back to try to force the defense to adjust. And he was able to get away from one tackle, but plenty of help was on the way. Decent pickup on that play. Going to work on 2nd down in the red zone, and still some ground to cover to pick up that 1st down. On the option. They bring him down, and he's going to lose a yard on that one.
Well, just nothing doing on that last run. And they knew coming into this one they were going to be challenged, right? This is one of the best defenses in all of college football. For them to have any shot, they're going to have to do a lot better running the football.
So close to that end zone. He can almost taste it, but it'll be 1st and goal for this offense.
Defenses are put in such a tough spot when offenses get in 3rd and short because the whole playbook is open, and they go with the pass. I love it. They sneak the pass in there. Nice success. Great job by the quarterback getting rid of the football.
And he takes it to the house. Touchdown, Army! A quick strike, just as we expected.
Yeah, and quick strikes are easy when you got such great field position. Obviously, when the offense starts in such a good spot, puts the defense in a bad position, and the offense takes advantage.
And with the extra point, they stretch the lead to 13. And for a quick update, let's go to Kevin Connors in the studio.
A bit of an under-the-radar game this week, guys, but take a look at this. Kentucky needs to pick up the pace, but this puppy is far from over. And with this crowd there in Lexington behind them, I'm kind of banking on a comeback. It's just a field goal game. They're trailing by 3 to Georgia. Your boy Joey KC has you covered here in studio, guys, in case anything changes in this one.
Thanks for the update on that one, Kevin. Let us know when it goes final. Caught over the middle. It's Hawkins. Put it right on him. Sweet play. Good pickup, and they'll move the chains with the first down. A new set of downs after the completion. Out of the gun. The running back has it. Still running at the 40. Brought down at the 45 after a 15-yard pickup.
And that is exactly why you stick to running the football. Haven't had a lot of success, but boom, you pop one, right? That's what you got to do. You cannot become one-dimensional and just throw the football.
And the quarterback bought some time, but not enough. Down he goes with the sack.
And that is an all-too-familiar sight. Listen, this team won last week, but they gave up 4 sacks. They got to protect this young man early in this game. Don't set the tone, and let's not go back to last week.
Catch in the middle. It's Banks. They make the stop, but not before he takes a chunk out of what they need to move the sticks.
Well, when you're running the drag route against man coverage like that, as a quarterback, you've got to put the ball out in front of your target. When you do that, you give the guy a chance to then advance the football up the field.
And they got him. He'll get him down for the sack. Memphis will send the punt team onto the field. Gets the first one of the day out of there. He ought to be fresh. They only used him twice in that victory last week. He'll get it up to about the 44-yard line before they slam the brakes on it. Army has it back in the offense ready to go. That last drive really productive. David wound up with a touchdown. They'll try to do it again.
Yeah, so I don't expect this offense to change too much, Reese. They had a great drive. They got the touchdown. Everything working. I would expect them to keep pushing this ball downhill.
And just imagine if they could put another touchdown on the board right here. They could capture so much momentum in this game with back-to-back TDs.
The option look. Nice, solid form tackle from this sophomore. Third and short coming here right from the midfield stripe. Back to throw, it's Bolden. He took a hit as he threw it and couldn't deliver the football. It's incomplete and fourth down's cut. The Black Knights will try to pin them back with the punt. First punt of the day, and he'd love to lock them up close to their goal line. And they'll keep it away from the return man as the punt goes out of bounds. Here comes that Memphis offense back onto the field. To say this has been a slow start is a bit of an understatement, and they really need to get it going here, Jesse.
That's right. The opponent, they're firing on all cylinders right out of the gate. Offensively, for this unit, they've been slow and struggling. They need an explosive play to wake themselves up.
Yeah, and it's just the first quarter, so it's not the end of the world. You've seen slow starts, but you got to continue to pick and pick and pick until you find that play or that scheme that you can use against this defense.
Using his legs, it's Beebe. Brought to the ground, but not before getting enough for the first down.
Wow, the running back there showing you his skill set as he's able to rip off that one for a first down.
Now on first down from the 28. Looking to move it through the air. That's reeled in. It's Banks.
And frankly, if that's a completion, it's not going to make the end-of-season highlight reel, but in this game, it could lead to a highlight reel type play. The offensive coordinator may be setting something big up for later in the game.
Fires to the tight end. They'll get him at the 45, but he got 10 on that one. Ever since they invented the forward pass, the tight ends have been running the drag and getting the first down.
I think it's because the tight ends is so much versatility. You know, they can block and stay in the formation, or they can release and come out. But either way, the quarterback's patient most of the time. That drag route's going to come in.
And he'll step across the sidelines after making a good gain on that one.
That's just a very easy, comfortable throw for the quarterback. He knows he has his big target, the tight end, running across the field on the drag. Nice play.
He makes the connection. They are on the move down to the 32, and they pick up another first down.
And the offense here dialed up a really good zone beat. Give credit to the offensive coordinator. He called the right play at the right time.
Memphis coming to the line with a fresh set of downs. The give to the running back from the shotgun.
Small gain, I know, but again, the defense knows he's going to run the football. He's willing to run the football, not just drop back and pass, make him honor the run game. You got to do a lot of this.
Solid pickup of 4 on first down. It's 2nd and 6. Give to the back. They get him on the ground, but it's a first down.
It's a really nice job of the offense mixing it up on this drive. We've seen some nice plays throwing it. How about that one running it too? Great push up front.
Just inside the red zone. 1st and 10 from the 19. Trying to cap this drive with the pass. It's complete to the right.
And quarterback receiver on the same page. Nice job seeing the zone, understanding the drag route concept. Easy pitch, easy catch.
It'll be 2nd down, and remember, they can pick up a first without scoring.
29 Philly.
Takes the handoff. It's Beebe. They get him on the ground after he gets enough to move the sticks. That carry puts him over 2,500 yards for his career.
And it's been really fun to watch this guy's development in college football. He's gotten bigger, stronger, and faster in every game. He just seems to...
And he'll finish the run and the end zone. Touchdown, Tigers. An impressive, long, methodical, meticulous drive ends in points.
They just matriculated the ball down the field, didn't they, Reese? So impressive. Didn't see a lot of explosive plays, but how about the execution? Running and throwing the football. Wow.
And the extra point is good. About to kick it away after scoring a touchdown. He'll start the return inside his 5. Didn't find any crease in that kickoff coverage, and he'll be stopped at the 17. The Cadets have it back as Army goes back on offense. The last time we saw this offense, we had to look quick. It was a 3-and-out, Jesse.
They just had no rhythm in that last drive. So someone's going to have to step up and make a play, David, and get this thing going.
Yeah, let's find some juice. Find your guy. Find those plays that you know you can run inside out, forward, backwards. Get some first downs. Get some positive momentum.
Might as well give it to him again. Spins away from the defender. Just working and poking and prodding and finding his way up to the 36. Good spot after that 7-yard pickup on first down. It's 2nd and 3. Now on the option. Bulls his way forward. And he's brought down at the 40-yard line, and that'll be a first down. Here's this offense with a fresh set of downs. Motion by the back forces the defense to adjust. A run up the middle is stuffed for no gain. And here comes the offense on 2nd down. Looking for a crease. It's Tomlinson. That's what you expect from a senior. Don't give them any extra yards. Great tackle there.
I like feeding my guy. I like getting my running back touches, feeding the ball so he can break some of those big runs. But I'm also okay with these little ones. Set the tone, stay balanced.
Pocket starts to collapse. And they get the sack right out of the gate.
Good, disciplined defense on that play. It's 3rd and long, right? You're not going to bite on a play fake. Nobody's going for that. Everyone knows it's a passing situation. They use their speed to get to the QB.
And the Black Knights line up to punt it away. This will be the 2nd time they've had to kick it away. Bringing it back, it's Hawkins. They'll get down and put a stop to this return. They'll mark it at the 32. Memphis has the ball back and the offense ready to go to work. This is a game of swings and momentum and a great opportunity here after scoring on the last drive, getting a stop, and now you have the football back.
They're playing well right now in all 3 phases, and they're complementing each other. So now, David, it's up to the offense here. It's up to this quarterback to lead this offense down the field to get a score.
Yeah, and to stay aggressive, to understand we've had success, we got this going the right way. Now I don't need to change anything. Go back to your go-to plays. That's now got you some momentum back in your favor.
Got 3 on first down. It's 2nd and 7.
Nice run there on first down. You know, this is a running back that gets better as the game goes on. So they're going to want to make sure they keep feeding him the football, let him get lathered up.
All kinds of room to throw that one in there. There to make the tackle, but the big throw is good enough to give them a first down.
Man, it's so nice to have a quarterback who doesn't flinch. You watch it, man. He's hanging in there, right? Hanging in there. Takes some time for those routes to get down the field. Gets hit as he throws it, but delivers the ball, a catchable ball down the field, and makes the big play. Nice toughness by that young man.
Just enough room to gain a couple down to the 34. Picked up 2 yards on that last one. They need 8 on 2nd down. The give out of the gun. Squeezes out a couple of yards down to the 32. 3rd down after the run. Guys, it is Army who carries the lead into the quarter break. Guys, let's have a look at the stats as we've played 1 period. Now to see if these guys can get back in the game as we open the 2nd quarter. Now facing a 3rd down as they line up after the break. Looking for a man, it's Rivers. Quick strike complete. And oh, he was off to the races after the catch, and they finally drag him down.
QBs, when you see zone coverage, man, can you manipulate defense when you have a good pocket, when you've got time to throw. He had a little bit of time to throw. You can move guys with your eyes. That drag comes wide open. Good throw, good catch, first down.
Got some room, headed to the goal line. He's run out of bounds after the big gain, and they are in business, 1st and goal.
First down, you know you always want to establish the running game. How about this offense? Nothing fancy. Run the football, be physical, get a big gain.
Memphis heads to the line with a 1st and goal. He's looking to throw. He just throws it away, and I think the flag's going to be coming, and there it is. So the decision has been made, and the coach will take the penalty. Second and goal for this offense. He's looking to throw. Pressure coming. And they get him down.
Man, I love the decision-making right there. Like, drop back the pass, look for your shots. You don't see it, tuck it, get positive yards, makes the next down even easier. That is a great heads-up early down play for this QB.
They've gotten pushed back, but it's still 3rd and goal. Motion from the offense. Wants to fire it in the end zone on 3rd and goal. Quickly complete.
That's a great play call there, guys. I love it. Listen, they didn't get the first down, but this QB sneak on the very next play is going to get it, and this drive's going to keep going.
The offense wastes no time getting the timeout call.
Timeout, Memphis.
It's 4th and goal, and they'll go for the touchdown and keep the kicker on ice. The give. Into the end zone he goes. Touchdown, Memphis. That trip to the end zone is 25th career touchdown.
He's been productive, just has a nose for the end zone. This dude's made big play after big play for his offenses, and that's 25 touchdowns, Palmer, on the ground for the big fella.
Pretty impressive, too, when you consider when you get close to that end zone, the defense is expecting run, they're loading the boxes. Still, this guy's been able to find his way in. 25, it's a nice number.
He'll bring it back from inside his 5. Nice job executing all of the assignments as they put a stop to that return at the 22. Army has it back in the offense ready to go. That last drive fizzled out, Jesse. They had to punt it.
Yeah, they did. And, David, they're just going to have to do a better job this time around erasing the mental mistakes.
And just trying to solve the defensive riddle, understanding what they're trying to do to you and attack them.
Good, solid, determined run there. They'll mark him down at the 27. Picked up some yardage on the ground. Now here comes second down. Pre-snap motion in the backfield. He'll push his way out to the 30, a pickup of 3.
I think a big part of this isn't necessarily scoring a touchdown on that play, but you're just trying to get your offensive line in the rhythm of the game. Let those big fellas get lathered.
This is where you make the money on the drive. Ball at the 30, it's 3rd and short. This is a designed run. Across the 45. He's loose down the middle. He's at the 10. And he ran away from the crowd, and he'll take it in. Touchdown, Black Knights!
Number 14.
Yeah, dude, if I'm a DC, I'm throwing my clipboard. I'm throwing my hands up in the air. What do you want me to do? I mean, this is unbelievable, having a guy this dynamic at the quarterback spot that can take it 50-plus and make it look that easy. You stop him.
About to kick it off after punching it in for the touchdown. On the move from inside his 5. He was hoping for something a little more dynamic, but they get him on the ground at the 20. Here comes that Memphis offense back onto the field. These two defenses have had their heads spinning here in the first half, and now we might even see a little more scoring with this drive.
It's going back and forth. This is like two heavyweights just trading blows, David. What does this defense got to do to get a stop here?
I tell you what, man, when you're giving up points like this and you've got no momentum, you've got to find somebody that can make a play to create something. And listen, if they're scoring anyways, let's be aggressive. Let's blitz more. Let's make sure we're making them feel discomfort in some way, shape, or form.
Just gets rid of it before the heat. Couldn't find anyone open here, and he'll live to fight another play. It'll be 3rd down. If they can convert here, that type of play can really give you a shot of momentum. To throw, it's Rivers. And the missed connection on 3rd down.
3rd and long situations are really hard to convert. The defense knows it's going to be passed. The pass rushers are getting upfield. You're under pressure. You don't have timing. And as a result now, 4th down.
He gets a block. And there he goes. He will score. Touchdown, Army. He did that one all by himself. Make a few guys miss, turn on the afterburners, and boom, everybody's toast.
And that's why you got him back deep, because that guy can do that. You got to be explosive and quick and have good vision, and you see all those things on one punt return. Takes it back to the house, makes people miss, turning on the gas. Great job, great return.
The kickoff team is out there, and their #1 job is to make sure one special team's touchdown isn't answered with another one. Nice job by the kickoff team. Everybody stayed in their lanes, and they'll stop him at the 16. Memphis has the ball back, and the offense ready to go to work. Last time, David, it was 1-2-3 kick.
The last drive, that 3 and out, sometimes that puts your defense in a bad...
Looking to take a shot. And he makes the catch inside the 25. Touchdown, Memphis! And once he found open space, the band might as well start playing.
This offense is so good. Man, they can hurt you in so many different ways, and they do it so quick, so explosive. They can put small drives together, big drives together. They've really had a great year, and that's why they're a top 10 offense.
We check in with Kevin Connors. What's going on, Kevin?
Gentlemen, let's take a look at what's happening in this exciting college football game. Kentucky has the lead right now. Feels like it's been this way since the players took the pregame catwalk, but this has been a very close game. They're up by 7 over Georgia. We'll circle back if anything big happens you need to know about.
Oh, and how about that? I know Kevin and those guys will be keeping an eye on it for us. They shut it down quickly, but he gets 2 out to the 18. After picking up a couple at 2nd and 8. Past the first down marker and still running. And they finally get him down, but not before. He's got him set up for business at the 49-yard line. They were backed up, and then suddenly they weren't. They've got it 1st and 10 now inside the 50. They'll run the option. And he runs through 1 tackle and picks up a few.
When you're a defense, it is stop the run first. That is your first responsibility. It makes the whole game easy. And right now, they got it going on the ground. The defense is going to have to change something up. These little tiny dink and dunk, dink and dunk. You keep doing this, they'll go all the way down the field on you, so you might want to get a little bit more aggressive.
Looking to pick up a first down on 3rd and short from the 43. To the air, it's Bolden. Swings it out to the flat. Good tackle there to stop him short of the first down, and now they have to make a call.
I mean, good news here, they get the completion. Bad news, though, not enough to pick up the first down. The target there, he's got to do a better job understanding where the first down marker is, make sure he gets the right depth on his route. Now, all of a sudden, head coach has a big decision to make.
And they knock him down, but he got past the line to gain. The Black Knights are on the move. Some misdirection with the counter. And he finds some solid space, makes a nice gain before the defense is able to stop him.
Coaches always harp about staying ahead of the chains, and when you can run with that type of efficiency on first down, man, you are doing just that.
A little pre-snap eye candy for the defense. And they try to run inside, and there is nowhere to go. Here comes 3rd and short from the 24, and this offense does not want to send out the field goal unit. Handoff to the fullback. Just outside the red zone as they pick up the first down. They'll spot it at the 22. And the Black Knights come to the line with a new set of downs. On the option. Got some room, headed to the goal line. And he's sprinting. He'll take it all the way. Touchdown, Black Knights.
And the offense continues to run the football. The 2nd rushing touchdown from the running back. The offensive line paving holes. Continue to feed this man the ball.
Lining up to cover the kick after that touchdown drive. Here he comes from inside his own 5. Nice job by the kickoff team. Everybody stayed in their lanes, and they'll stop him at the 16. Here comes that Memphis offense back onto the field. The way this game started, you feel as if you have to score a touchdown every time you have it, and now we'll see if they can respond.
Yeah, and I wonder how much pressure that puts on the offense. Jesse, like, you know this is back and forth, and I got to score, and every possession matters so much. What does that do to you as a quarterback?
Well, it puts a lot more pressure on you for sure to feel like I got to make every 3rd down throw. If guys are open vertically down the field, I got to hit them too. We can't let our serve get broken.
He's now up to 95 yards on the ground, and he just continues to turn in productive performance after productive performance. That's how you lead the nation in rushing. Now on first down from the 30. Looking for a man. It's Rivers. Can't find his man as he took a shot trying to deliver that football, and it'll be 2nd down. Couldn't make the connection last time. Let's see if they throw it again. On 2nd down, he'll let it fly. Looking for a huge play. And he's got it inside the 30-yard line. And the defense couldn't corral him, and he took it all the way. Touchdown, Memphis!
Well, this offense is top 10 in the country in points per game because they've got a lot of speed and they've got home run hitters. They score fast. They don't need 10 plays to go field. You saw it right there. They've recruited well. They've got playmakers. They're going to be a problem for defenses all year long.
28.
And he takes this from inside the 5. And good work by the coverage team to get the return man down on the ground. The Cadets have it back as Army goes back on offense. You want to talk about a drive where you impose your will? That's what they did, running it down for a touchdown, David.
There is nothing more demoralizing than that for a defense. To be physically pounded, the run is coming, you know it's coming, and you can't stop it.
Nothing the defense can do. That is mano-a-mano up front, and your guys getting a push. They know you're running it, and they still can't stop it.
Nice move to keep running. And he's dragged down.
These are the ones in the stands where you get booed if it doesn't work. Why would you run the ball on 2nd and long? You stink, OC. Or you get the big applause, and you're like, yes, nice job. Keeping the manageable 3rd down situation. Good call. So tough spot to be in 2nd and long. Nice answer, nice run by the running back.
And with that run, he goes over 100 yards. We knew coming into this game tonight, they wanted to force-feed him the football. They knew to win the game, they were going to have to establish the running game. And
running toward the tape. The 20. That is exactly what you want to do with the football. He's got it all the way down to the 15-yard line. Huge play, puts them in the red zone, and now they'll snap it 1st and 10 from the 15. He'll ride his man on the option.
Yeah, and it's a nice job by this defense understanding, listen, that QB is a threat, and they're going to run all kinds of options, and he's going to run the football. They were dialed in and got that sucker to the ground.
2nd down coming up on this red zone opportunity. On the run, it's Tomlinson. Dances away from 1. And he broke 1 tackle on the way to a solid pickup there.
I think tackling is about effort most of the time. It's about how much passion, how much physicality you can bring to get your guy on the ground. Refuse not to get him on the ground. That's not a big back. You got to get that guy on the ground. You can't let him pick up.
Touchdown, Army! And they add 6 more to the board with that trip to the house.
And the running back gets his 2nd rushing touchdown of the game. You want to continue to feed this guy. You could tell he's got a nose for the end zone, knows how to get in there, knows how to make things happen.
Almost ready to kick it away after scoring the touchdown.
40. Memphis. 28.
On the run from inside his own 5. Not a lot of space to be found. Good hustle by the coverage team, and they stop him at the 21. Memphis has the ball back and the offense ready to go to work. There's certainly still a hill to climb, but they've got to make sure these drives pay off. Got a touchdown last time. Can they back it up here?
Well, and it's amazing in a football game how sometimes they'll surprise you with what you do. Once you get settled and you realize what's going on, now I'm comfortable with it. Jesse, this offense looked comfortable on its last drive.
they sure did. It looked like they started to find some momentum. So now it's on this defense to stop that, all right? You're a little bit upset based on what just happened the previous drive. You've got to bow up again and go back to what was working earlier in this game.
He now has 111 yards on the ground and just another day at the office for the national leader in rushing. They've got it at the 37. It's 1st and 10. Quarterback changing the plays at the line. To the air, it's Rivers. Makes the grab on the left. At the 45 on its way. Finally run out of bounds, but he has this offense rolling with a 1st down.
Man, this quarterback is having a first half. He's over 200 yards already, heating up, setting up. Dude, this dude might break his career high in passing. I don't know what it is.
He hurls one deep down the left side. Touchdown, Tigers! And they take it in for 6 more points.
Yeah, coming into the game, you look at the stats and you say top 10 offense in scoring, so they better be able to create what? Explosive plays. Another explosive plays. They've been doing it all year long. Those plays are backbreakers. Defenses just can't contain this offense.
About to kick it away after scoring the touchdown. He'll start the return inside his 5. And the coverage team able to wrestle him down. Army has it back in the offense, ready to go. if you like old-fashioned, grind-it-up, run-over-'em football, that last touchdown drive was for you, Jesse.
That was impressive, man. Great blocking up front and tough physical running by these ball carriers.
And now you wonder how the defense responds. Like, are they going to get way more aggressive to try to stop the run? I got to do something to break the rhythm of that running game.
Quarterback and running back set up in the pistol. Using his legs, it's Tomlinson. Hits that hole for 4 and gets it out to the 16. So 3rd and short from inside the 20. You convert here, and this drive takes on a different complexion. The play-action fake. Gets it out quickly. This offense has a little room and a fresh set of downs at the 23. The Black Knights have it with a 1st and 10. From the gun, the running back tries to hit the hole. Picks his way and gets 4 out to the 27.
And that's a really nice play. It's impressive. When it's 1st down and the defense thinks you might be running the football, you still can line up. You can get some movement at the point of attack and find a little crease for your running back.
Pre-snap motion, quarterback trying to get a read. Really nice job to squirt his way up to the 31-yard line.
I love fullbacks that are versatile. You don't see many of them in college football anymore, but this guy's unique. He is a weapon when he has the ball in his hands.
They'll try to drive ahead on 3rd and short. He's knocked down in the backfield. He'll lose a couple.
Maybe that stop shows this defense is tightening up, especially in the run game. The offense, frankly, they've been able to do whatever they want to do. They're just handing the ball off. This guy's having success left and right. No, sir. No mas. Get it together.
Slips through the line. The spin, still on his feet. The solid return there offsets some of the punt yardage and really sets up this offense nicely. They've got a little time here to put together a productive drive late in the half. The inside handoff. We'll give him a couple on that one. 2nd and 8 coming up.
Yeah, and the running back didn't get much here, but, you know, you clearly want to always establish the tempo, run the football, be consistent, make that defense physically meet the challenge.
Not in lockstep there with the receiver.
In the last couple of weeks, man, you're getting a lot of consistency from this QB, and you got to love it as a play caller, man. You can drop him back, you can throw the ball a ton, you can trust him, getting the ball to different wide receivers. He's really in a good groove the last couple games.
Back to throw, it's Rivers. Got his man quickly. And he's going to be just short of the 1st down. It's going to bring up a decision for this coach.
And a really nice job by the wide receiver. You run a drag route, find space. They're in zone coverage. They're not covering man-to-man. Find a little hole. Look at that QB. Y'all get on the same page. You could tell they were, and that's why they got the 1st down.
On 4th down, trying to find his man. Immediately fires to the middle. Tackle is made after the 1st down. He unleashed a bullet on that pass and converted the 4th down.
You gotta love it. Some people get conservative. Some people don't want to mess up. 4th down, you could tell. He wanted that window, and he threw it as hard as he could. Throws a strike to the wide receiver. Gets the big 4th down conversion.
Now on 1st down from the 40. He's looking to throw it. Catch in the middle, it's Banks. And just a short, safe pass play. They pick up a few.
Well, the defense playing zone coverage there. They're taking away all of the QB's primary options down the field, so he has to check it down to the drag running underneath.
This offense has a 2nd down play. The aerial assault continues. Reels it in the end zone. Touchdown, Tigers.
Man, I just love the execution by this offense. Late in the half, man, you want to take the lead. You want to get that momentum on your side, and they do it. They finish it with the passing game. I'll tell you what, keep that passing game up. You can keep this lead, keep the momentum, and keep putting up numbers.
On to attempt the try.
Kicker is on for the extra point.
And with the extra point, they have a 2-point lead. And let's check in with Kevin Connors in the studio. Kevin?
All right, guys, want to update you on a game that went final moments ago. Syracuse is going to walk off the field there inside the dome with a much-needed victory. They had this one circled on the calendars for some time, and regardless the score, that W has to feel good. 60 minutes of football and a convincing outcome, and certainly a game with implications far beyond just the standings, fellas.
Kevin, thanks a lot for that one. Sounds as if they had a good one there. They're going to open this drive with a pass. Oh, he drops the football. He had him right down the gut of the field. Instead, it'll be second down. Couldn't make the connection last time. Let's see if they throw it again. Looking to throw, it's Bolden. Quickly to the tight end. Coming out, attacking from deep in their own end, and they're out at the 26 with the first down. There's a timeout called as this offense tries to find a way to draw a little closer. Now on 1st and 10 from the 26. Moving the running back, trying to get the D to tip its hand. They're trying to get to it. And the Heat will get home, and the quarterback goes down at the 17.
That defender was not fooled at all by the play action. He never thought the offense was running the football. He had his ears pinned back, used his speed to get to the QB.
They're setting up the screen. Not a whole lot of room there on that screen pass as it just never developed. On 3rd and long, a check down would be the last resort. And they get to the quarterback and knock him down back at the 16. We've got a timeout in the waning seconds of the half. Maybe a chance to get off a couple more plays. And the Black Knights decide to punt it away. He'll bring it back. It's Hawkins. That's a perfect example of not settling for a fair catch. Pick up whatever yardage you can and help out the offense. That's going to wrap up the first half here, and now we join Kevin with the halftime update.
Thanks, fellas. The end of a very intriguing first 2 quarters of football in Memphis. And if you thought that was a quick first half, you'd be right on the money. An offensive showcase, yes, but it's been those dynamic running backs who have set the pace. I'm curious to find out if this ground and pound approach is going to continue into the second half, or if one of those defenses will actually show some pride. And with that, let's send it back to the fellas at Simmons Bank Liberty Stadium.
To start the second half. He'll bring it back from inside his 5. Really disciplined job by the coverage unit to get down there and make the stop at the 19. Here comes that Memphis offense back onto the field. They go to work in the 3rd quarter with the lead, but they have had a little trouble keeping their quarterback upright.
Yeah, and you have the lead, you're positive, but the offensive line coach is definitely going to be upset. And the offensive coordinator, listen, I don't want my guy getting touched. He's being productive, but give him some more time here in the second half.
I think you can do that, too, offensively, by maybe leaving your tight end in to help block, maybe chipping with running backs to help these tackles out on the edge, because you're right. That pocket has been shaky, and if it continues to be that way in the second half, this could be a much different looking football.
That's the way to give yourself some breathing room. Now the second play of the drive from the 36. Back to pass, it's Rivers. Takes a shot as he lets it go. And the DB forcing the incomplete pass with the deflection.
Yeah, and this defense hadn't had a lot of success. This offense has been doing what it wants at will. Finally getting to the QB, finally getting some pressure, finally getting a big hit on him. That'll pay some dividends down the road.
Not able to hook up the air, incomplete. Third down conversions are a huge stat, and this one would be a doozy if they can pull it off. Looking to throw it again. With the catch, it's Hawkins. They make the stop, but the sweet rolling catch is plenty to give them a first down. If you like the stats, and I know you do, he's over 400 yards passing now.
Yeah, if they win this game, he's getting a game ball. There's no doubt about it. This guy has been on fire from the very start of this football game. He's been throwing bullets all over the field.
This Memphis offense going to work again on first down. They'll run it from the gun. They bring him down, and he's going to lose a yard on that one.
Well, this guy's been eating them alive all game long. Finally, though, David, you wonder if the defense has been able to make some adjustments, find something positive to help slow this guy down.
Hey, baby steps, right? That's a tackle for a loss. I know he's got over a hundo on the game, but this defense is definitely going to have to be more aggressive, commit more guys to stopping that bad man.
And he's able to shed one tackle and pick up pretty good yardage.
Well, the drag route's put in this playbook to fight against man-to-man coverage. So there you see the receiver using his speed, working his way across the field. He gets separation on the DB, trying to trail him, makes the catch, turns it upfield for the first.
It's a draw. The Tigers are stopped, but not before getting it past the sticks.
And this offense doing more of what they do. This is the #1 offense in the country in first down. They find a way to continue to move the football, run, pass, so much balance. This offense is so good.
And a nice solid pickup there before the defense wrestles him to the ground.
Well, this offense came into the game knowing they wanted to be physical, they wanted to establish the line of scrimmage, and they're running downhill right at this defense, and they're churning out positive yardage early.
Dropping back, it's Rivers. Using his legs to buy some time. Trying to escape and get it himself. He's out of bounds, but not before picking up enough for the first down. The Tigers come to the line with a fresh set of downs. Wants to throw on first down. Getting some heat. Hit hard as he released the ball on that first down pass, and it never had a chance.
Well, tip your hat to the defense getting that incompletion, because that hasn't happened often for this guy. Completed over 70% of his throws last week. He's doing it again in this game. Can the defense continue to mix things up, see if they can maybe confuse this QB?
They get him down after he makes the catch.
My old coach said you'll never go broke taking a profit. Take what's there, take the positive yards, and never complain.
Third and short from the 26. Pretty easy field goal range, but they'd love to pick up the first. Get it out on the screen. They make the stop, but not before the screen has hit him for a first down, and much more really good execution by this offense. Memphis hoping to take advantage of this red zone trip. Give to the running back. You'll take this every time. 5 yards on the first down play.
I know the passing game sells, and the passing game is exciting, but it's not exciting to get 5 or 6 yards a pop on the ground, but it will be very successful.
Gonna run it. It's Beebe. They get him on the ground at the 3-yard line, but this defense is taking some punches. Not a lot of ground to cover and not much to defend. A big third down in the red zone. They'll stick to the ground looking for the marker. Can't quite cross the plane to get the 6, but they'll have the first down. New center downs right on the doorstep for this offense.
This is one of the top 10 offenses in the nation in getting first downs. To do that, you gotta have balance. You can't always throw for it on third down. You've got
Going right back to the well, and this time he finds water. Gets it into the end zone for the touchdown.
Well, I think the coaching staff and fans knew that this guy was going to play a big role in this offense this year, but I don't know if anyone expected him to have this kind of season statistically, guys. That's his 20th rushing touchdown on the season.
Let's go to the studio now and check in with Kevin Connors. Kevin, what do you got?
Guys, right back to your game after we update the nation on this one. Mississippi State was anything but dominant, but the Bulldogs are going to leave this stadium today winners. A lot to work on, no question, but they avoid one in the L column. A lot to go through in the film session this week for both teams, but boy, it sure is going to be easier for the side that came away with the win.
And Kevin Connors keeping an eye on everything all over the country. Sounds like they had a good one there. He'll be stopped just short of the 20 at the 19. Give him 1.
This offensive line better figure out a plan for this D tackle. He is tough to block with one guy. You might want to start double teaming him. He's going to be a problem moving forward. You saw all of his ability on that last play.
They go to the ground. On the move at the 30. All kinds of running room. Defense on skates that time. They finally drag him down at the 42.
Well, the defense knew coming into this one, Reese, that this team was going to try to use their speed and take advantage of it, and they did right there. Nice gain on the run play to the right.
Found plenty of running room in that defense. They've got to find a way to get there, make the tackle in the open field.
Yeah, and they got to do a good job with their eyes, finding the football, and they've got to get a lot of bodies to this guy because he is fast.
Now inside the 20, 1st and 10 from the 18. On the option. Able to scrounge 3 yards out of that one somehow. It's 2nd and 7.
At the 15-yard line. Brings up 2nd down.
Stuck with a running game on 1st down. Now here they come again. They've got him looking run. Now they're going to throw it. That pass is incomplete, and they might be fortunate it wasn't knocked free for a fumble. It'll be 3rd down. They line up, and it is a long way to the sticks from here. Goes to the option. He'll toss it. Got enough space. Touchdown, Black Knights. And they add 6 more to the board with that trip to the house. Oh, the offense shows some life here and cuts into the lead with that score.
And, man, they needed it. They had to have something to go right. Listen, still down, but this is a great start to getting back in this ball game.
Looking to throw, it's Bolden. Just missed on the connection, incomplete. About to kick it off after punching it in for the touchdown. He'll bring it back looking for help. Didn't find any crease in that kickoff coverage, and he'll be stopped at the 17. Memphis has the ball back and the offense ready to go to work. Man, what a drive last time for the touchdown. That passing attack was lethal, David.
Yeah, and you know, you hear all these stupid commentators like me and Jesse talking about create balance, you know, run and pass. No, when you throw that good, spin the ball around.
So the defense has to find a way to affect the quarterback on this drive because last drive he had way too much time to throw.
Loss of 1 on the play. 2nd down.
That 1st down was rather unproductive. Let's see what they've got on 2nd down from the 16. He's looking to throw. Makes the catch. It's Hawkins. They make the stop right there. Good pickup, but still short of the first down. Using him out of the slot, he has just been unstoppable.
And I love putting dynamic athletes in the slot that I can move around, that I can put in motion, that I can make him go in or out. I can put him off the ball so you can't get hands on him, and they've really featured this.
He's off to the races. And they'll finally catch up to him, but not before a big chunk of yardage is picked up.
Defenses throughout the week study every third down situation. You got to be ready for what they do, how they do it, and then be able to adjust. Great job by the offense so far having success.
And he'll pull it in inside the 20. They'll finally put the brakes on him at the 3